We're live. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the December 2024 Town Board meeting, the last Town Board meeting of 2024. Thank goodness. Before we get started, everybody stand for the pledge. We're going to have the pledge led by Joe Biggs.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, the cold words. All right. So before we get started, I have with us here tonight, Town Board, we got to my right here, Deputy Supervisor Steve Morrell, Councilwoman Sylvia Santiago. To my left here is Councilwoman Lee Blinken, Councilman Charlie Brown. To my immediate right, the Town Clerk, Richard Clarino. And over there, off camera, the Highway Superintendent Anthony Feo, our Police Chief Daniel Valeri, our Lieutenant Attorney Dave Zagon. In the crowd, the large crowd of three, I have our Receiver of Taxes, Sue Geigel. I also have our Town Assessor here. We put on a little demonstration for us later, Todd Wiley. And Danielle Barrett is our IT specialist. So the first thing on the agenda is open a public hearing for proposed local law to repeal and rescind local law number 3-2024 to override the tax levy limit. Each year we have to pass a local law to, in the event that we were to exceed the tax cap, once again, have not had to exceed that, so we're required to rescind it in the event we don't. Don't have to. I don't think, I'm sure, pretty certain nobody's going to be on here asking about all this stuff. But you got anybody on there, Danielle? No. Hearing no other folks here. There's like right here. Get anybody on here? We're going to move on here. Town Board of Town Newens to close the public hearing in the matter of the proposed local law entitled "A Local Law to Repeal and Rescind Local Law Number 3-2024" of the Town Code of Town Newens are entitled "A Local Law to Override the Tax Levy Limit Established in General Municipal Law Section 3C." Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bro.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau.
Yes.
Supervisor Pacetti.
Yes. Town Board of Town Newens are pursuant to General Municipal Law Section 3D2 adopt the attached local law entitled "A Local Law to Repeal and Rescind Local Law Number 3-2024" of the Town Code of the Town of New Windsor entitled "A Local Law to Override the Tax Levy Limit to Establish in General Municipal Law Section 3C and direct the Town Clerk to publish same pursuant to law." Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bro.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau.
Yes.
Supervisor Pacetti.
Yes. So moving on to the next public hearing, I'm going to open the public hearing now for proposed local law to amend Chapter 263, Article 3 of the Town Code of the Town of New Windsor, taxation to authorize property tax exemption to volunteer firefighters, volunteer ambulance workers, and their qualifying spouses pursuant to New York State Real Property Tax Law 466A. I have our quite talented town assessor here with us, Todd Wiley. If anybody has any questions, I'm sure maybe we won't have any. You can direct them to either Todd or the board here. As most of you know, and Todd's going to get into it, but this is we have a local law now on file that we're looking to rescind that one and replace it with a newly enacted local law. And I'm going to turn it over to Todd, let him explain all that too. And this is good for those folks that, if anybody here on the board has any closing question, you can just have them play rewind on this meeting and they'll know it all. You can, yeah, there you go. Todd?
Good evening. The reason we're going to rescind the existing law is set to expire. So we're going to take action. We won't be able to offer the exemption. So we're planning on taking the action tonight. We're going to adopt a new statute. It's more generous than the old statute. I'm going to briefly go over general criteria for eligibility. Talk briefly about the amount of money that's going to be saved, those that qualify. And at the end, we'll open up any questions. The old law provided a 10% exemption, but it was capped at a market value ceiling $30,000. And it did not apply to the special district taxes, meaning the water and sewer bond debt, the sanitation, fire, and ambulance district taxes. The new law provides a 10% reduction to the taxable assessed value with no market value limit, and now also applies to the special district tax. The annual tax savings will vary based on the property's assessment, so it's 10%. So, you know, if your assessment is 40,000, it's going to be based off of that. If your assessment is 70,000, it's based off of that. So, you know, the amount saved is going to vary unless you have the same assessment as somebody else. Their savings could be greater or less. The eligibility requirements, ownership requirement is that it must be owned by an enrolled and certified member of an incorporated volunteer fire company, fire department, or ambulance service. The town board is going with the 2-year membership requirement prior to submitting the application. That was an option. It was either 2 years or 5. The town board is looking to grant it after 2 years of duty service. Property location requirements. The property must also be located in a city, town, or village that is served by the incorporated volunteer fire company, fire department, or ambulance service of which the applicant is an enrolled member. Property use requirements are the property must be used exclusively for residential purposes, must also be the primary residence of the applicant. If a portion of the property is not used exclusively for residential purposes, that portion is not entitled to the exemption. If that's the situation, then what we do is we prorate it. So it's 40% residential, and that's the percentage that they would get. Each city, county, town, village, school district, or fire district may choose whether or not to allow the exemption. The county government here in Orange County has already adopted the new law. Washingtonville and the Newburgh school districts have already adopted it. We reached out to the Cornwall School District recently to see if they were going to entertain it. I haven't heard back from them yet. The general criteria: you have to be a qualified member. That's an individual who has been an enrolled member of an incorporated volunteer fire company, fire department, or incorporated volunteer ambulance service for a minimum of 2 years prior to submitting the application, and has obtained and provided to the town an original certificate from such organization certifying to such membership. There's a qualified spouse option. The town is going to adopt that. Municipality may extend this exemption to the unremarried surviving spouse of a deceased member of a volunteer fire company or ambulance service who had been a member for at least 20 years of active service or skills in the line of duty, regardless of their number of years of active service, and who also had been receiving the exemption prior to his or her death. The town board has decided to include this provision. There's also what we call a lifetime exemption. Each taxing authority may also choose to allow a lifetime exemption to applicants who have been certified as enrolled members for at least 20 years. The town board has chosen to offer this lifetime exemption as long as the member's primary residence is located in the town of Windsor and they retain their primary residence in the town of Windsor. Lifetime exemption is also provided to a qualified spouse for the remainder of their life, provided they, 1, paying their primary residence in the town of Windsor, 2, as certified by the town of Windsor as a unmarried surviving spouse of a previously qualified member and who is now deceased, and 3, such deceased qualified member had been recognized as such for at least 20 years prior to their death, or such deceased qualified member died in the line of duty. So what does it all mean? Who qualifies for this? I ran numbers. This is based on the average assessed value of a single family house in this town, which would have an assessed value of $40,000. So all these numbers are based on that. They would save the town general fund tax $87.91. These are all based on the current rates from January 2024. On the town highway tax, they would save $41.14. On the ambulance, they would save $6.94. The Railscape Fire Department, if that's the district they live in, they would save $17.43. On the garbage, they would save $72.88. They were in Sewer District 1, the bond debt, they saved $1.98. And Water District bond debt, they saved $15.12 for a grand total on the town tax of $243.40. The same house with the same assessment On the county tax, they'll be saving $83.80. And the big umbrella is the school tax. They would save $573.01. Altogether, somebody qualified for this would save $900.21. So,
Thanks, Ted. Now, Ted, everybody has to come apply for this
yes, they do.
prior to the date, right?
The state has an application that they have to submit to the annual filing deadline of March 1st. They have to file every year unless they become a lifetime member. Okay. They're, still a active duty in the sport and fire department. And we need to get them certified by the fire department or the English Corps. I'm developing a form. It's going to make it pretty easy. That will fill out with the application, but they're going to have to get somebody to sign for it. You note that the South 30 Mills Fire District last year approved this exemption for their fire district tax. And use your knowledge, Steve, to reach out to the other fire departments and get them to do it also. Because if they don't, it will get on the fire district tax.
Yeah, definitely. Now, those folks that are presently enjoying this current one, well, we're gonna notify them somehow, or are we gonna?
Yes, we're good. That's a good question. We're going to do a mass mailing to everybody who has the exemption now, with a very brief overview as to what it's all about. And we'll explain to them that if they don't file for this new one.
All right, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's, like, I think the board would agree, everybody knows that the, volunteering is a dying breed anymore. We have the, we have some granting and stuff for college reimbursement for members and their kids and stuff, and that's how we retain some of the membership. And this is just gonna be another component to try to get members to join. And, they gotta be in there for 2 years, but it's definitely worth the time and effort.
Yeah, this community is not too far from here that they call for, ambulance or fire, nobody's coming.
No, that's definitely true. So this is an additional, incentive, yeah, and I thank you for all your work on this, and Dave and Jess from the attorney's office, we appreciate it. Anything from the board, anybody got any questions on it? No? Good?
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Thank you, Todd.
thanks, Todd. Okay, now I'm gonna close this, the town board of Town of New Windsor closed the public hearing in the matter of proposal local law entitled local law to amend chapter 263, article 3 of the town code of the Town of New Windsor taxation, authorized property tax exemption to volunteer firefighters, volunteer ambulance workers, and their qualifying spouses pursuant to New York State real property tax law 466A. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bro.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Badetti.
Yes. Town Board of Town of New Windsor pursuant to General Municipal Law 3-D2, adopt the attached local law entitled amend chapter 263, article 3 of the town code of Town of New Windsor, taxation, authorized property tax exemption to volunteer firefighters, volunteer ambulance workers, and their qualifying spouses pursuant to New York State real property tax law 466A, and direct the town clerk to publish same pursuant to law. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bro.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Badetti.
Yes. Again, thank you, everybody that worked on this. I know, I've been kind of a switch about it to get it going. Everybody's been a little bit busy on it, but we got to it and we're done with it, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Public comments on, any agenda items? Anybody have anything they wanna talk about? Alberto, no, you're good? Not yet. All right, moving on, Town Board of Town of New Windsor hereby approve the minutes of the public hearing regarding the 2025 preliminary town board budget held at the regular town board meeting on November 6, 2024, and the minutes of the public hearing regarding proposed local law amending chapter 280 of the town code of the Town of New Windsor, vehicle and traffic, no parking on certain streets, Walnut Street, Willow Parkway, Karate Lane, Avenues of America, Square Hill Road, held at the regular town board meeting on November 6, 2024, and the minutes of the regular town board meeting held on November 6, 2024, and all as per copies posted on the town clerk's bulletin board in the town hall, same distributed to each of the town board members. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Bro.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Badetti.
Yes. Now I'm gonna open a hearing here, for structure 10 New Windsor pursuant to notice lawfully served on October 22nd, 2024, at the last known owner of property located at 201 Walsh Avenue, section 13, block 1, lot 1.2, hereby open public hearing to determine whether the aforesaid mentioned property should be deemed unfit for human occupancy, and if it is so determined, ordered by the structure be immediately secured in such a way to prevent human access and occupancy. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rouse.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau.
Yes.
Supervisor Pedetti.
Yes. So this is a house, the vacant house on Walsh. If you're going in towards the city of Newburgh, it's on your left-hand side just before you get to the railroad trestle there. The house, you can't even see the house on the road. It's blocked by shrubbery and everything. The police department has had a few encounters with some homeless people living in there and trespassing. The concern is that now the winter months are on us. The utilities are cut there. Most people start some fires, they keep warm. And God forbid if this place catches on fire. I was actually personally in, walked through the whole building myself. It's like a collier's mansion in there. It's a mess. It's a danger to anybody, not only the police in there, but if the fire department have to go in there, it's a mess. So we want to board it up and make it where nobody can trespass in it. So we need to enact this and go through this process here so we can legally board it up with no issues. The homeowner, the known homeowner had passed several years ago, so I think it's in the process of the county probably taking this property over, but in the meantime, I want to board it up to keep our fire department people safe, the officers, and even the people that may want to try to go in there. I don't think we have anybody else on there to talk, right? Anything from the board, Dave?
Just, I would also note that you had the town engineer.
Yeah, yes.
His office go and prepare a report, which has been provided to the board. And conclusion of that was that it is unfit for you.
Yes, so we had the town engineer go in, like Dave said, far too often the engineers has gone in and has deemed it unsafe structure, and therefore we've gone through the process of taking it down. Although it's just in shambles and the sheetrock and ceilings are caving, it's really not that. So it's unfit for human occupancy, so therefore we can give us a mechanism to board it on there. So we do have a report on file that coincides with what we all saw with our own 2 eyes, so thank you for that, Dave. The 10 New Windsor closed the hearing to determine whether the structure located at 210 Walsh Avenue, New Windsor be deemed unfit for human occupancy. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rowe.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau. Supervisor Pedetti.
Yes. 10 New Windsor, after holding a public hearing and considering all evidence in the record to determine whether property located at 210 Walsh Avenue, New Windsor, New York, with an SBL of 13-1-1.2 and structure thereon is unfit for human occupancy, hereby determined as more fully set forth in the resolution annexed hereto, that said property and structure are unfit for human occupancy as such term and defined in section 101.2.6.7.3 of the New York State Uniform Code and section 107.3 of the New York State Property Maintenance Code. And accordingly, the town board further direct the town supervisor to immediately take action necessary to secure the property in such way as to prevent human access to occupancy. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rowe.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau. Supervisor Pedetti.
Yeah. Only people I do feel bad now for is the buildings and grounds guys. They don't need more stuff to do, but we'll lean on them once again to get that done for us. 10 New Windsor hereby authorize the adoption of the attached bond resolution in the amount of not to exceed $950,000 for the replacement of the Lakeside Drive culvert. Said bond resolution being subject to permissive referendum, the town board further authorizes and directs the town clerk to publish or cause to be published in full in the official newspaper of the town and posted in the town signboard notice of the bond resolution in substantially the same form as it appears in the bond resolution attached hereto. Said notice shall be published within 10 days after adoption of the aforesaid mentioned bond resolution. The town clerk is hereby authorized and directed after said bond resolution takes effect. The town clerk shall further cause same to be published in summary in the official newspaper of the town, together with notice of the same substantially form. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Breaux.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau.
Yes.
Supervisor Pedetti.
Yes, this is another, drainage project we have going on here in town. We have two pretty major ones going on right now, so, that's all we're gonna hopefully tackle and get done with now. Receive and file, hearing no objection, the town board, town of New Windsor hereby receive and file with the town clerk which were publicly opened November 14, 2024 for the Lakeside Drive Culvert Replacement Project. Town board, town of New Windsor awarded the bid for the Lakeside Drive Culvert Replacement Project in the amount of $644,800 to Colonelli Brothers Incorporated as the lowest responsible bidder in accordance with the General Municipal Law, Section 103, and is recommended by MHE Engineering DPC in the attached correspondence. Motion,
Move. Second.
roll call.
Councilman Breaux.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau.
Yes.
Supervisor Pedetti.
Yes, this is, there was, 6 bids that were received. The lowest 644,800, which is this one, and the highest was 1.1 million. I know the bond is a little higher, but this doesn't include engineering costs and all the other associated fees with it. So, hopefully we won't hit that 950 anyway, and we'll be able to save some of that. Receive and file, hearing no objection, town board, town of New Windsor hereby receive and file with the town clerk, the attached consent of the town board, town engineer, in order to the town of New Windsor highway superintendent for the laying out of lands in Briar East subdivision, commonly known as Swan Hollow Road, as a public highway in the town of New Windsor, in accordance with the provision of section 171, New York State Highway Law, and other statute applicable thereto. So this is something that we've been working on for several months, and finally, Swan Hollow on paper is officially ours, so there's no more dealing with that subdivision anymore. Receive, file, hearing no objection. Town board, town of New Windsor, receive and file continuation certificate for permit bond S02433014 submitted by Nanini County Excavating in the amount of $20,000 effective for the period of October 9, 2024 to October 9, 2024 for the purpose of the bond to secure permit for the town of New Windsor to perform street opening within the town of New Windsor and being referred to the town attorney and the town highway superintendent. A couple of our main contractors do this every year, makes it easier for them and us, so I just renewed that. Hearing no objection, town board, town of New Windsor hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached fully executed letter agreement with the intermunicipal loan of equipment between the town of New Windsor and the town of Newburgh for sharing of the town of New Windsor's trailer-mounted Godwin bypass pump on a temporary basis. Said agreement is effective November 12, 2024 and expires December 31st, 2025. And they have that, well, we have it here now and they may not need it, but the agreement's in place in case they do. Hearing no objection, town board, town of New Windsor hereby receive and file with the town clerk bids, which were publicly opened November 26, 2024 for the tree clearing project at Cedars Lane wastewater treatment plant. The town board, town of New Windsor award the bid for the tree clearing project at the Cedars Lane wastewater treatment plant facility in the amount of $118,650 to Downs Tree Service Company Incorporated at the lowest responsible bidder in the accordance with General Municipal Law, Section 103, and recommendation by MHE Engineering DPC in the attached correspondence. Motion,
Move.
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Breaux.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau.
Yes.
Supervisor Pedetti.
Yes, we received 2 bids, one for 118,650, and the other one for 195,000. So we're awarding this to the low bidder. They have their market, probably a couple months, you're gonna start seeing that tree clearing being done, and this is for the new sewer plant, which you're gonna hear for the next several years. Town board, town of New Windsor authorize the supervisor to execute the attached change order number 1 with Manhattan Contracting LLC for the Cedars Lane Drainage and Driveway Improvement Project, which provides for additional time and material work, slope stabilization at Cedars Lane, and unused contract balance for a net increase of $19,448.34. Said change order shall be in the form of acceptable to the town attorney, subject to the town engineer's approval. Motion,
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Breaux.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Moreau.
Yes.
Supervisor Pedetti.
Yes, this additional work is closing out that, hopefully gonna finish out that Cedar Lane drainage, that we've had some problem with for years. And the entrance to our sewer plant, which has been a disaster. Town board, town of New Windsor hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute the attached amendment number 1 to agreement for professional services for MHE Engineering DPC to add an MWBE professional land surveying service in the amount of $27,168, thereby increasing the total not to exceed amount of contract of $227,168 plus reimbursable expenses in connection with the design, bidding, grant administration, and construction phase, services associated with the tenant new Windsor's infiltration and inflow mitigation phase 1 project. Motion,
Move.
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Brown,
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln,
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Cadeti.
Yes. Like I said, more sewer plant work that you're gonna start dreaming about. Town Board of Tenant New Windsor hereby authorize the supervisor and all council members to sign public employees dishonesty certificate of insurance in the amount of $100,000 for the period December 24, 2024 to December 24, 2025, with reference to the collection of county town taxes pursuant to the collecting officer's warrant issued by the Orange County Legislature for the 2025 county town tax roll. Motion,
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Brown,
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln,
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Cadeti.
Yes, this is a yearly requirement, the town has to sign all these, so we'll get together and sign it. Town Board of Tenant New Windsor authorizes the transfer of $33,000 from the New Windsor Woodlawn Cemetery Investment Fund to the general fund pursuant to the attached memorandum received from the Town Comptroller's Office dated November 26, 2024. Motion,
Second.
Councilman Brown,
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Cadeti.
roll call. Yes. That's all good.
I was rushing it.
It's all good. Yeah, this is, again, this is the next one. This is for debt service, for principal interest paid in the 2024 for capital acquisitions, from the prior year. These are all related to cemetery stuff. So the cemetery fund replenishes the general fund for that. Town Board of Tenant New Windsor authorized to transfer the $13,000 from Parkland Recreation Fund to the general fund as applicable pursuant to the attached memorandum received from the Town Comptroller's Office dated November 26, 2024. Motion,
Move.
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Brown,
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Cadeti.
Yes, these as well. These are our capital expenditures throughout the year, which were not reimbursed by grant money. So we have to, we reimburse the general fund through the parklands with that. Whereas Orange County by and through the Department of Emergency Services in the receipt of DWI High Visibility Engagement Campaign grant funds from New York State Stop DWI Foundation Incorporated, known as Crackdown, for which is responsible to disperse to municipalities located within its bounds that wish to conduct high visibility engagement police patrol enforcement campaigns during peak holiday seasons from November 27, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, in an effort to reduce alcohol-related traffic injuries and fatalities. And whereas the Town of New Windsor wishes to participate in the state campaign, now therefore it be resolved that the Town Board of Town of New Windsor approve the receipt of said funds in an aggregate amount of $3,500 from the Orange County on behalf of the Town of New Windsor Police Department, and hereby authorize the Chief of Police or his designee to execute all necessary contracts and documents pertaining to the funds being made available. Motion,
Move.
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Brown,
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Cadeti.
So you get some funds there to spend to keep on that. I did notice in this last monthly report, yes. That was a test, unless you repair. I did notice in this last monthly report, there was only one DWIS, so it looks like, people are finally smart enough and using that ride things that they got out there, Ubers and everybody else, so, which is good. So hopefully, they won't catch anybody next time. Or have anybody violating it. Town Board of Tenant New Windsor hereby amend the 2024 standard schedule of fees in accordance with the resolution annexed here to. Motion,
Move.
Second.
roll call.
Councilman Brown.
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morel.
Yes.
Supervisor Cadeti.
Yes, this is fees that we're increasing, has to do with planning board fees as well as building inspection fees. They're increasing some percentages, some numbers to put us in line with some other folks here around town. Hearing no objection, the Town Board of Tenant New Windsor receive and file with the town clerk the attached amendment number 2 dated November 7, 2024, and effective January 1st, 2025, to the owner engineering agreement between the Town of New Windsor, MHA, and DPC dated January 12, 2023, professional services related to municipal engineering services. Going to be studying that. next month or so. Hearing no objection, town board ten new ones to receive and file the attached fully executed intermunicipal agreement dated November 14, 2024, between the town of New Windsor and Passaic Bridge Fire District for the purpose of utilizing town of New Windsor's information technology officers to assist the Passaic Bridge Fire District on an as-needed basis in the establishment, configuration, maintenance, and oversight of the Passaic Bridge Fire District's computers, servers, radios, networks, infrastructure, and hardware, geographical information services, radio communications, telecommunications technology, Microsoft 365, and website. Hearing no objection, town board ten new ones are hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached fully executed proposal dated November 7, 2024, between the town of New Windsor and ICC Community Development Solutions LLC through Municity Integrated Parcel Management Software as a Service. This is a new program we're purchased. Hearing no objection, town board ten new ones are hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached agreement for auction services dated November 6, 2024, between Absolute Auctions and Realty Incorporated for the sale of town-owned surplus vehicles, equipment, and miscellaneous items to be sold at online auctions. I think we're just gonna kind of streamline this, and we just make a phone call and they come and do all the work for us, sell it, and we get the money for it. And the buyer has to pay for that service. Hearing no objection, town board ten new ones are hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached lease agreement dated August 6, 2024, between the town of New Windsor and Abilities First for the leasing of town-owned property located at 930 Rise Avenue, New Windsor, New York, and further identify the town of New Windsor tax map, section 91, block 1, lot 13.2, for a term of 5 years with five-year options to extend. That's been something we've been doing for years with them. Receive and file. Hearing no objection, the town board ten new ones are hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached performance bond number BX 00588485, effective November 4th, 2024, from Jet Insurance Company in the amount of $95,063 to secure the performance of Hogansburg Realty LLC obligations for construction and maintenance of stormwater facilities associated with the Best in Backyard Site Plan, planning board number 22-17, as outlined in the stormwater maintenance agreement dated June 26, 2024. This is something that we're doing now to protect us with recouping money if we need to. Hearing no objection, town board ten new ones are hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached stipulation settlement in the matter of Upstate Properties USA LLC et al. First town of New Windsor et al. Hearing no objection, town board ten new ones are hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached memo from the town comptrollers dated December 2nd, 2024, reporting on the obligation of the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, funding and disbursements to date. That's coming to an end next year. Hearing no objection, town board ten new ones shall receive and file with the town clerk the attached monthly reports to the following departments in November 24th, all November 24th. Judge Calderon, Judge Myers, Acting Justice Clarino, Police Department, Building Department, Recreation Department, Tax Receiver, Utility Report, Town Clerk, New Windsor Emergency Medical Services. Public forum. You got anything? On the anything from the board? I just want to give you guys a heads up too. As of right now, we have, as far as the Hero Banner program going, which Joe's up there. I saw you down the street here. We have currently 25 banners hung, 7 to be hung either end of this week or next week, and there's 10 more in the pipeline that are getting approved. So I would say by year's end, we'll probably have nearly 50 of them up. So it's starting to look good. I appreciate everybody's work on that. So they came out. Yeah, I've had a lot of things on it, and it's a good thing. Once again, I know I said it Monday, but I'm gonna say it again here to everybody. On behalf of myself and the town board, we want to wish everybody out there in the public and here in the audience, the few of you, a very Merry Christmas, a safe and Happy New Year. It's been especially our town employees and everything who are probably the most important to us and keep everything running around here day to day. We've, again, as a board, we've accomplished a lot. I think we've done a lot of good things. We have a lot of good things coming for next year. This is the closeout of year 1, at least for me. And we'll hopefully start the next year off with just as fast as we started this one off. Again, I appreciate everybody's work here, all elected officials and everything. We've been, I think we've been actually a pretty good team. We got a lot of stuff done, and you guys have been very interactive, and it's been awesome. With nothing else, the 10 New Windsor,
So come see us Friday night.
yes, Friday night, it's the Christmas tree. Joe, what happened?
Just want to take a moment to remind everybody to remember all the military personnel in Paris tomorrow, Pearl Harbor Day. And take a moment, to remember them in your prayer.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, and I think Saturday there's a service down at the, right, Sylvia, down at the
Think of Billy.
Billy Joe's, yeah. I think the Legion gets involved with that, so it's a nice thing. Gold Star Mothers and stuff are there, so. Again, I appreciate, thanks, Joe. Town Board 10 New Windsor adjourned the town board meeting at 7:35. Motion?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Brown,
Yes.
Councilman Lincoln.
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow,
Yes.
Supervisor Goodall.
Yes. Danielle, great job.